So here we are with the LEVC VN5. You can see this is actually the ultimate model. This is starting off at around about 52,000 before the plug-in grant, and features things like, I don't know, it's got a 22 kilowatt onboard charger, like the other ones which have got 11 up to them, which is interesting. It's got a 12-way adjustable seat, which we'll have to look at in a second. Got sat nav as standard, and things like rear view mirrors also, rear view camera is also standard. Having a quick look round, what it is available, there's the Ultima on that area there. And what we are finding out is it's a 5.5 cubic metre van. It's got the ability to, it comes standard with one side load door, which I'll show you in a second. In fact, we'll have a look at it now. And two side load doors are available. You can get, it's 1128 millimeters through the side load door. It means you can actually get either Euro pallet or a metric pallet there through there as standard. And looking like, see where the battery is untucked underneath, and not much intrusion. Well, on the bulkhead, full steel bulkhead is standard. Actually, it's aluminium. It's made from aluminium and also SMC composite, so it is quite lightweight. Its GVW is 2,900 kilograms.
And it's giving you a payload of around about 830 kilograms.
So it's basically in the 1 ton van sector with 5.5 cubic meters. Having a look at that. In terms of the engine, 150 PS, around about the same in brake horsepower, and 240 newton meters. It features also a 31 kilowatt hour battery. It can't do V to G, which is quite interesting, but what you can say of this vehicle is it also then has a 1.5 petrol engine, litre petrol engine, that powers the battery, that then powers the motor. So the important thing with this one is, the LEVC and the VN5, is the fact that it actually does not get powered at all directly by the petrol engine at all. Everything's done as a range extender through the battery.
Inside, there's a large LCD instrument panel, steering wheel controls for the Bluetooth, mobile and cruise control. The centre console houses a short gear lever, and there's a 9-inch colour touchscreen panel at the top. This vehicle is started and stopped by the twistable switch. Inside, it's a nice pleasant mixture of light grey and black with good fit and finish, making for a very pleasant driver environment. According to WLTP combined cycle, the VN5 has a range of 243 miles on the range extender and 60.9 on the battery, giving a total of 304 miles. It can be charged via the AC or DC, and to give you an idea, it takes only 30 minutes with a 50 kilowatt charger
to go from 0 to 100%.
Well, here we are in the LEVC VN5, and I must admit, first impressions, pretty impressed. I'm really impressed, first of all, by the driver's seat. You can tell that LEVC have had a taxi heritage, because obviously the driver then is the focus of everything that they do, and this seat is moulded. It's really impressed. It's 10-way adjustable, and it's hard, but a comfortable hard, if you like, not so much German, if you like, in that area, but it's very, very, very comfortable indeed. And it's, I must admit, it's the first thing that I came on when I sat in it, thought, hey, yeah, I like this seat a lot, because a lot of van drivers, this is the life, and it is the best seat, probably the best seat I've sat on when it comes to a van, and certainly an electric van. If we're looking again as we go around here, first thing to notice, what is it? Well, this vehicle is a 5.5 cubic metre van. It's got a GVW 2.9 tonnes, and she's carrying in around about 830 kilograms of payload. It's made of aluminium, and then with SMC sheets on there, so making it lightweight, that's for sure. When we're looking around the vehicle, in front of me I've got 3 dials. left hand dial gives me the battery and petrol engine. First of all, to talk to you about the battery, it's a 31 kilowatt hour battery. Secondly, the petrol engine, it's a 1.5 petrol, giving it in around about, I think it's about 150 brake horsepower. So it's got a lot there. The other thing to remember here is it's not a hybrid. Very, very important that they want to stress this. By that I mean that at no time does a petrol engine actually drive the wheels. They're always driven through the battery. So what happens is the petrol engine is charged up the battery, which then in turn turns the wheels. So, but again, you've got to, in the end, it's a low emission, not a zero emission vehicle, and that's the caveat that goes with that. So, but having said that, looking round me, having a look round it, give drive impression. So that's the battery and the fuel, which is on the left hand side gauge. In front of me then is a central gauge or dial on this LED screen, which then, or LCD, it then gives me the speedo that I'm doing, and on the right hand side tells me how much power I'm taking out of the battery, how much I'm putting in through regen. There are 3 regen settings. There's always regen on, even so it's a mild regen if you like, and that you can turn by just flicking the gear lever to the right for one level, which takes it to level 2, and then we then also flick it again for the maximum regen, and you can see that on the dial. That tells you exactly what you've got. So at the moment I'm on maximum regen because I always like to see that and see what it's like. So we're on maximum regen. You can also then, when you're in the city, you can also, through the screen, if I swipe across, I can get 3 drive modes as well. So and don't, because again it is a petrol stroke battery powered vehicle. So what you can get is you have a save mode, which is for motoring, so it saves the battery for as much as possible, so when you're driving in an urban environment. You also have then a smart mode, which then is auto, if you like. The vehicle decides it itself. The software that the engineers have put in there to the algorithms will then decide what they want to do with it. And then last but not least, we've got a pure EV, which is just for the urban driving. So at the moment I'm on the smart mode, and I am now just going to actually flick through to my pure EV driving. So now I'm on pure EV. I'm in the middle of Coventry. I'm not going past the cathedral, but I'm in the middle of Coventry, and now I'm just going to use that. But I have to get back to the sat nav because I don't know where I am. So I'll go back to the sat nav now. So visibility wise, lovely deep front windscreen, nice and low down windows here either side. The one thing I would say is I'm not impressed with these mirrors. Engineers not impressed with those. They're really small compared to a lot of other vans, and you might say, okay then, because it's supposed to spend a lot of time in urban environment, we try to make it smaller so it's less damaging to people or pedestrians or cyclists. But for me, it's the opposite way around. You need big mirrors when you're in the city because everybody's around you and you need good visibility. So glass visibility is great. Mirror visibility could do with a bit of improving, to be honest. When we look at this vehicle, this is the Ultima. This is all singing, all dancing, 52,000, and that means there are 3 levels. There's a business, there's a city, there's an Ultima. That's before the plug-in grant, which you can get. Obviously you get 20% off, but obviously it's to a maximum of 8,000. So if it's 52,000, you can only get 8,000 off. So you need to be aware of that, which is no different than any other manufacturer. Well, quietness, it's quiet. The 2 things that have come up to me, we're not new to driving electric battery vans. So what I'm trying to say to you is every one of them is quiet, but this is quieter than normal. Got some good level sound installation, and the other thing I'm impressed by is the uptake. This is quite fast. Electric vehicles and electric vans are fast on the uptake and acceleration, but what is quite interesting here is it's faster than normal. So this is fast in comparison. Now, whether you need that, obviously now and again in cities you do need a little quick of a turn of speed. So it's impressed. I like it. I must admit, I didn't drive the taxi version of it, TX, but first impressions, which is important, and is well done, very impressive. You should get the numbers that you're talking about. Pricing is reasonable compared to the market that we're in. The one thing I would say is it is in the end low emission, not zero emission, but I guess they're going to do something about that somewhere along the line. Anyway, that's it for now. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.